Morning, everyone. Dropped Reed off at school this morning. That's awesome, getting to drop you off at school. I got my RV all set up here. Just got it out the way. Takes up pretty much most of my driveway. Tyler's first. Good job, Tyler. And I sold this box, so I have to ship it off. We're gonna go see how much it is to ship this at Fastenal. It's a big ass box. So we're gonna see how much it costs. I'm gonna put it on a pallet, get some straps, and see how much it costs to ship it back to Texas. And then I gotta get my kids' four-wheeler. It just needs a good service. It just hadn't been ran all year. It's dead as shit. So now I gotta get it in the back of the truck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back it into the ditch so I can get my tailgate lower. Dump out this old drink. So let's put this big girl in the ditch. What's everybody doing today? I'm gonna show y'all how busy my day is at home. I know y'all think I just sit around and make money from looking pretty. Not today. Right now we're about to back this truck off in the ditch. All right, now we should have the tailgate low enough to load the four-wheeler. Oh yeah. Better than ramps. Ooh, that hitch. That's gonna take us on my yard. Nah, I put it in four-wheel drive, the truck will come right out. Eight-foot bed for the win. But y'all don't really think it's gonna struggle to get out of that little ditch, do you? J-Dog, does it look like that's the type of four-wheeler I ride for fun? That's my son's. I need to get it serviced. We're gonna start going and riding more now that I'm home. We used to have fun riding all the time. All right, let's get it on out of here. Easy peasy. Yeah, this will be the 4th time I've taken it to a shop to get fixed. So, but we're gonna go see my buddy that opened his own shop this year, Matt Gordon. We're gonna go to his shop and I'm gonna give you all a tour of his shop too. Real hard working guy, man. Good, honest guy. So that's hard to find. Honest guys are just in the four-wheeler business, you know, the four-wheeler repair business. Most people are out to rip you off, man. But he's a good, honest dude. We're gonna go check out his shop, see what all he's got going on. He's got a Honda side-by-side, I think on like 46s. So he's got a big boy. I'm gonna show y'all what kind of shit we ride in the South. And I gotta go up and check on, not sure why I'm losing service in my neighborhood. Well, Princess Di, we're gonna go by his shop in a little bit. We got some other errands to run first. I gotta get this tank shipped off. I know that's gonna be expensive as hell, but gotta get it done. Christina, where are you at? The carpool line? Morning, Dylan. It's morning to take Reed to school, man. I sure have missed that thing. That VTEC kicks in. It's a beast. Man, I'll go ahead and say it out loud. Fuck Rankin County. I don't care. You know, man, they're being so petty about it. Dude, I was speeding across the fucking, I was speeding down the road. Big deal, man. I did my time. It cost me about $10,000 in attorney fees and bond fees, missing work, impound fees for the car. They blasted us all over Facebook. Made it look like me and Christina were doing some Bonnie and Clyde shit. Embarrassed the shit out of her. They're keeping her guns that are in her name. Won't even give them back. Like $2,500 for 2 guns and 2 pistols. Kept both my cell phones, 2 brand new iPhones that I had. Won't give them back. So they're pouting now. Fuck them. Pull me over now. We gonna stay on live. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna sue you next time. Go ahead and harass me if you want to. Hope you're all watching. No, Lack, they could keep them because it's still, they get the gun charge thing where they're trying to say I'm a felon in possession of a firearm. That case is still hadn't even been indicted. Like, it hadn't even went to the grand jury yet. Which, what are they going to do? They have no evidence against me. They didn't find anything in my vehicle, so I wasn't even living at the house at that time. We were legally separated on paper, and so they're gonna hold my stuff until they figure out what they want to do. Whatever, man. I'm over it. Just petty, man. I see they didn't update their Facebook post saying I only had to do 1 day in jail over that whole incident they made the biggest deal about. Like, they did a video in front of the Shelby and stuff, acting like they caught me. You ain't catching nothing, man. Whatever. I hate Mississippi anyway. Hate it. Only reason I'm here is because this is where my family is. We need to get some breakfast. Let's go by Shipley's. Matt shop, I gotta look up the address. I think it's in Pearl. Might be Florence, I'm not sure. We got to go by Bruno's shop first. Yeah, Christina, they don't post all those. That's why I say fuck them. I hope they're watching. Pull me over again for no reason, I'm gonna sue you for harassment. I can tell you that right now. I got an attorney on standby. Yeah, but see, they don't seem to remember. Christina remembers. You know, when I got pulled over, it was just a case of the wrong person, you know. I had a Chrysler 300 SRT8, the one that, you know, Walter White drives in Breaking Bad. Badass car, loved it. And I was just coming home from work one day. This was 3 years ago. And I was already in my neighborhood, and a cop gets behind me and turns on his lights. So I just stop right there at a stop sign. He gets out, he comes up my window, and he says, "You didn't think I was going to catch you, did you?" And I said, "Excuse me?" He's like, "You were trying to run, and I knew I'd catch you. You ain't that fast." I said, "Dude," I said, "you got the wrong one. I'm just coming home from work." He's like, "No, you were going down Manship Road," which is a road that I wasn't even on. And he said, "You were going down that road, and I was going the other way, and I clocked you, and then you took off running." I said, "No, sir, you got the wrong guy." I said, "I hope you catch your guy, though." He's like, "No, I know this car. This is black sedan. Pass me." I said, "Nope, wrong one, buddy." Hang on, let me get my food, and I'll finish the story. Morning, sir. 2 jalapeno and cheese kolaches.
I think I only got one.
I'll take what you got then.
Okay.
This place always runs out. But anyway, I tell the guy, I said, "Man, I'm sorry, you just got the wrong guy." I said, "Why don't you go back, check out your camera footage real quick so I can get on my way." So he said, "Give me your license and registration and insurance." So I gave all that to him. Remember, we're at a stop sign in my neighborhood. And he goes back to his car for a good half hour. And I see him looking up at his little dash cam thing. You know, the little screen up there is what he reviews it on. And then he walks out, walks up in front of my car, looks at it and stuff, and then he's walking back. I said, "Hey man, can I go?" I said, "I just worked a 12-hour day. I'm trying to get home to see my kids." And he's like, "You can go to jail?" I said, "Well, do what you got to do, buddy." And that's what he did. He put me in the back of the car. All right, hang on. Yeah, he put me in the back of the car, kept me there for an hour while they waited on a tow truck to come impound my car. And, you know, even my neighbor who works at the fire department, who knew the cop, went to high school with the cop.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Even that guy was, my neighbor was like, "Dude, can I at least take his car home for him?" He's like, "No, his car is going to the impound." And He said, all right, well, sorry, man. And so me and the cop are sitting in the car. I'm in the back seat with the handcuffs on. And I said, hey, man. I said, just what happens if you're wrong? I said, just, theoretically, what happens if you're completely wrong and that wasn't me? He's like, I know it's you. He's like, I saw the car. I went out and looked at it myself. You're lying to me. I said, dude, I know you have a dash cam. So at this point, I'd be like, yeah, you just got me. I mean, it's not like I can just lie and change the footage. And he's like, man, I see that car. It's the SRT8 version. You think it's fast, don't you? I said, well, it's faster than this piece of shit. He was in a Crown Vic. And he's like, you ain't gonna outrun me. I said, man, that's a whole nother theoretical situation that will never play out. So we ain't too worried about that. And I said, right now, I said, just tell me, theoretically, what would happen if you're wrong? What happens? He's like, well, I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. That's literally what he said. I'm never wrong. I said, okay, we're done talking here. So they take me to jail. Christina comes and bonds me out. Fleeing and evading, which was a felony. And then I had to get bonded out, which cost me $1,000. And then to get the car out of impound was $1,000. And they tore up the front lip on my SRT8 and all that stuff, putting it on a wrecker. And so I go to the police station the next day, and I asked to speak to the chief. I said, can I speak to police chief? And they say he's not available. So I literally wait around half a day. I said, is the guy available yet? No, he's busy today. He's a public servant. He works for me. He works for me and you, correct? And he's a public servant. That's what cops are, public servants. And basically, I never got to talk to him. I didn't even hire an attorney. I was like, Christina, because Christina was pissed off. She's like, we're going to sue these people. They can't be doing this to people and blah, blah, blah. They still haven't even admitted they were wrong. And I said, Christina, I'm not one of those people that just goes after cops, man. I respect cops, respect the job they do. It was an honest mistake on the cop's part, although he was a little cocky about it. I'm not going to try and take the guy's job. He's got a family to feed just like me, just for a mistake. And so we go to court, which was like 3 weeks later. We show up at court, and the cop walks up to us, the one that was there, and he was like, and then him and like I think a senior cop or chief or something like that was there, a lieutenant. They walk up and they're like, man, we're gonna let you go this time. I said, this time? I said, you knew you were wrong. You looked at the footage, didn't you? And they were like, all right, well, have a good day. And I was like, So I finally got to talk to the police chief. 2 days later, I went into his office, and I said, man, this is what happened. He's like, okay, well, we dropped the case, didn't we? I was like, that's not the point. I was like, if this would have been anybody else, you'd have a lawsuit on your hands. He's like, well, we're not sure that we're wrong about this. We didn't feel like pursuing it. I said, no, bud. I said, you can tell that old frou-frou story to some other person. I said, you're starting to piss me off now, talking down to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. I said, I want to see the video footage, and if it even looks even similar to mine at all, then we'll let it go, and if not, I'm going to sue you. And so he finally it took about an hour, and he got the footage, put it on his TV and stuff, and within 2 seconds, I'm like, dude, do you need me to come in and train your cops on vehicle identification? It's a fucking Ford Taurus. A black Ford Taurus looks nothing like a Chrysler 300 SRT8. And, I mean, it's got a chrome grille, Ford badge, those chrome vents on the side, gas caps on the wrong side of the car, 17-inch wheels versus my 20-inch wheels. They're both black sedans. But I said, even on that little screen he has to review in his car, it's clear as day. If you just pause it right there, that's a Ford badge. Looks nothing like my car. He's like, look, you need to, first of all, cut back on the attitude. I just wanted to clear it up. I said 99% of people would sue the shit out of you right now. And I said, I'm not even going to pursue my bail. They didn't even give me my bail money back or the impound fee. Plus, I was in the newspaper for running from cops. And, I let that go because it was a mistake on the cops' part. But after this issue, the way they blasted my wife on Facebook, you got me. for what I did something wrong. I was speeding and got busted speeding, even though it was a YouTube person that called in. Didn't have any firearms on me. Don't own any. I don't have any. So you kind of slandered me there on your little Facebook page, and but I'm okay with it because I've got 11 felonies on my record. I really don't give a shit. But blasting my wife on there, that cost her a job. She was gonna have a bookkeeping job, an online job for a corporation, and they passed the position on to somebody less qualified than her because they Googled her name, and that's what pops up. So the next time y'all pull me over, there's gonna be problems because I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't speed anymore. I don't run red lights. I don't drive aggressive, not in Rankin County. So the next time you profile me and pull me over, you know what I drive. You know this big white dually. Next time you pull me over, we're going YouTube Live. I'm going to show you what kind of damage I can do with the self-proclaimed YouTube star, as you quoted me. Bitch, I've never said that in my life. Self-proclaimed. Bunch of hillbillies, man. Fuck them. Got me riled up today. What time is this? Almost 9 o'clock. We're going to go, we got to go to Fastenal. Hey, I mean, nobody said nothing in like 10 minutes. Am I sitting here talking to myself the whole time? Y'all get quiet to listen to this story. I mean, was I in the wrong there? Would most people have sued them for that? Completely wrong person. And it's not like they even admitted they were wrong and apologized for it. I mean, I got profiled in that car a lot, man, because it looks like a dope dealer's car. I mean, I had it blacked out. I mean, loud exhaust on there, the big 6.4 Hemi. It looked like a well-to-do dope dealer's car is what it looked like. I love that car. I got rid of it after that. Like 2-3 weeks later, I got rid of it. I'm just getting profiled, man. Yeah, I love that 300. Honestly, I'll probably get another one day, just as a daily driver. Great car, man. I mean, it had the technology in that car. I think it was ahead of its time, man. Mine was a 2012, had the big 10-inch touchscreen in there. You know, the Beats audio system, had heated and cooled cup holders in the front and the back. Why does every car not have heated and cooled cup holders? Like, you could put a drink in there. You know, when you open one of these, and 30 minutes later, it's too fucking hot to drink in a cup holder. There was a switch on there for heated and cooled. Why does every cup holder not have it's just a little element in there, a hot and cold element. No other company has that right now, I don't think. And then the back seats were heated and cooled, and they had the SRT performance thing on the screen, you know, where you go through your performance options, set your shift points and all that. It wasn't that fast. I had nitrous on it. It was pretty quick with nitrous. But it was just a nice, smooth, comfortable, still got over 20 miles per gallon on the highway. It was it would keep it cool like a refrigerator. So it wouldn't freeze it or anything, but it would keep it the same temperature as a refrigerator would. It was pretty badass. Big panoramic moonroof. I can't, that was 3 years ago. I can't sue now, but I should have. But it was a 2012. It was a nice ride, man. I'm telling you, if you're in the market for a low $20,000 car, because I think they're in the low 20s now, just a clean daily driver that's fast, comfortable, looks good, bone stock. You ain't got to change nothing. The factory 20s on there look good. All I did, I tinted the windows, tinted the headlights and the tail lights, and Loved it. But anyway, I think me and Christina talked a little bit about it last night. I'm just gonna stay home, man. You know, that was our plan at the end of the year anyway. We were gonna keep making money till Christmas, you know, pipeline money. And then oh, Christina's gonna handle that. She's got a case. She's gonna handle that. The defamation and slander against her and all that. She's gonna handle that. Because I ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't my guns. They blasted me on on Facebook, but it was I deserve that. But to involve her, she'll handle that. But anyway, our plan is to you know, just keep doing what we're doing at home, selling toolboxes, selling accessories. We make plenty of money doing that. We just got to be a little bit more budget friendly. Over, you know, when you're making pipeline money, you tend to spend a little bit more money. So we just need to cut back, not go out to eat all the time, and not buy shit that we don't need right now. And we can pay the bills just fine. I mean, we make good money from home, but that's the plan. So, but if I ever get in a bind, I mean, pipeline's just a call away. I mean, all I gotta do is make a call. And I got enough contacts in the business to where, you know, today's Thursday, I could be at work on Monday morning anywhere I wanted to. So, just miss my family when I do that, man. Like, the money's great, but miss my family. We don't deal with Amazon. We sell on eBay and then Facebook Marketplace. We buy wholesale and then sell individually. Like, we usually buy about 100 toolboxes a month from auction, and then we sell them individually. Same with other accessories, you know, lift kits and you know, steering stabilizers, DVD headrests, I mean, vent visors. We just we buy it all. That's what I'm saying, man. When they cut me loose 2 days ago, I was like, And nobody likes to get fired for any reason. You know, it's one of those things where you'd rather quit and give your 2 weeks notice and stuff. You'd rather leave on those terms than get fired. But it is what it is. Like, I didn't have any hurt feelings about it. I was glad to get home to my family, so. Yeah, I love that job, though. I'm not going to lie. The pipeline operator's the best job in the world for me. I love it. If I could do that and come home to my bed at night, I wouldn't change anything. It's just being away from home when you got a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a baby on the way. It's pretty rough, man. Plus, I mean, Christina needs my help around here. She can't be a mom to 2 toddlers and be pregnant and try and run a home-based business, especially a business that requires lifting and being out in the heat, dealing with customers. That's not easy for her to do. So now I can handle that. She can keep doing what she's doing, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, and she can relax more. So work outside. I can handle the heat. It's no big deal. Man, if there's pipelines in Mississippi, I ain't seen them yet. I ain't saying they're not here, but I ain't seen them. I'm sure there is something, but I ain't seen it. Another buddy of mine was telling me, you know, go offshore where I can work 2 on, 2 off, you know, like a lot of the people do, oil field guys. I've tried that, man. I can't find anybody to get me on. It seems to be a lot more stringent hiring process. You know, pipeline, you just show up, fill out your paperwork, and you're at work the next day. With offshore, you know, I've tried before, and it's such a hard process to go through, and especially with my felony background and all that. But I gotta plug up my phone, it's almost dead. But I can go back to West Texas anytime, man. The works all over West Texas. Believe me, if I want to get back in a track hoe tomorrow, I could head out tonight and be in one. But I don't want to right now. You know, we got plenty of inventory at home to move. You know, we got $30,000, $40,000 in inventory. You know, in our garage, our storage building, and our backyard that I just need to sell. So, and I mean, we don't owe a dime on any of it. We own all that. I know, man, we thought about doing a storefront one time, but it's worth the money, man. We make good money with low overhead. You know, we've been doing the accessory business for over 3 years from home now. And at one time we were renting a dozen storage buildings. It was unneeded expense. So I built shelves in the garage, and I can keep almost all of our inventory either there or the backyard. Yeah, like this afternoon, you know, I'll go pick up my son from school, and we're gonna go out in the yard, throw the football around and stuff like that, go riding bikes. It's just stuff that you can't, you know, time is your most valuable thing in the world. It's every day, every hour spent away from home, you can't buy those back. You can't say, okay, well, I made this much money, let me get that time back. You never get it back. That's gone. But you have to make a living. Being poor sucks. I've been poor before. People say money doesn't buy happiness. Yeah, it does. That's not all of what happiness is about, but having money is definitely a big factor in being happy. So. Yeah, me and Eddie still talk. Me and Eddie are going to get together. I need him to help me set up with the new laptop, you know, with my new phone number and stuff, do the call-in system, you know, do some editing on the YouTube. Like, Eddie, I don't know how to change that YouTube description where it still talks about my XLT. I have to delete it every time. You got it in there like an auto thing. I don't know how to fix that. So we'll get together this weekend, come check out some of that brisket, and see if you can help me get it set up right again. Eddie's got his own cooking channel now. Y'all got to go check out his cooking channel. That man throws down. Like, he does it like a science, man. The technique involved in what he does, I couldn't do it. Like, he's up on Saturday, Sunday morning at like 5 a.m. when he starts his cooking. Alright, let's go by Fastenal. I know this fucking box is going to be expensive as shit to ship. Well, it was a customer. He had already paid me. He had paid me online and paid me through PayPal or whatever. And he was supposed to come pick it up this Friday in New Braunfels, in Texas, in New Braunfels, or however the hell you say it. But he, you know, I had to leave early, and so I left the box with somebody that was there at the RV park, and said, "Hey, this guy's gonna come pick it up on Friday." And he said, "No problem." He's like, "I'll be here for the next month," and well, it turns out he took off last night, so he bailed out. and left. There's Fastenal. And took off with the box. So, but I know the guy's boss, so I'm gonna figure that out. But that's not this guy's fault. I mean, so I'm sending him another box. So I'm gonna take a loss on one. Plus, it's gonna cost me a shit ton of money to ship this thing out of my pocket. But that's how we've maintained the business for 3 years, because we were honest about it, and that's how we do things. So being dishonest and ripping people off is not the way to do business. So. Alright, we're at Fastenal. Let's go in here and see how much this thing costs to ship. What y'all's guesses? Because this thing is big. Oh hell, let me eat my breakfast first. I forgot about my breakfast. Because this damn thing ain't no good once it gets cold. Jalapeno and cheese kolaches? That's my weakness, man. My weakness. Eddie, I figured about 150. That's what I'm hoping. Anything over 200, I'm just going to refund his money. Oh yeah, Shipley's, jalapeno and cheese. Eddie, that sounds horrible, but I want to try it. Yeah, Blake. Yeah, he bought that router. Shit, that router was $215. And Blake bought my gaming laptop. That was $900. Eddie, didn't that what he sent? $900 for my gaming laptop, and it paid for my microphone. He's a good dude, man. I've never had peach crown. Gapped myself open on the toolbox yesterday. Sucker hurt. I was pushing one in, and those little mounting tabs on the bottom, where you mount them to the bed, and I was pushing in, that sucker ripped me open. You know, I got those soft operator hands. I don't work hard with these. What do you mix peach with? Do you mix that with Coke or Sprite? Or do you drink it straight? I don't know if I'd like peach flavor. I like the green apple. I like vanilla. I can't drink liquor straight, man. Can't do it. Fireball. Once I'm already pretty buzzed, then I can start shooting Fireball. I tell you what, one of my favorite shots is Cinnamon Toast Crunch with Fireball. I don't know how they make it, I forgot, but it tastes like liquid Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and it's amazing. I love it. Chris taught me about that. Alright, let's go see how much this shit cost. People think I'm weird when I'm holding my phone because they don't know I'm on YouTube Live. They're like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Alright, we are here at Fastenal. We got to get a quote on shipping this thing. Morning. I need to get that tank shipped to San Antonio.
Okay. You already done all the paperwork?
No, ma'am.
Okay. It's all done online.
Okay, what do I need to do?
You go to fastenal.com.
Mm-hmm.
And at the top it says services and resources.
Okay. Is this something I can do from my phone? Because I don't have a computer.
Yeah, you should be able to. Yep.
So go down to Blue Lane Freight.
And then type in your zip code, fill it out, and then they'll send you an email. I think it asks that you sign it and fax it back, but you can just email back and say I approve
Okay.
the quote.
Okay. That's something I can do right here in my truck, huh? Like, does it take time to do that, or?
Yes. It takes them a little bit to get back with it.
Uh-huh.
They gotta put it all in. I'm not sure what time they get there to even start.
Okay.
So it might be a day.
All right. And do y'all have pallets that I can put it on, or do I need to bring my own pallet, or what?
It's a day-to-day thing.
Okay.
Sometimes we have pallets, sometimes we don't.
Okay. All right. And do y'all have a forklift here? Okay. All right. Well, I'll get and fill that up and figure it all out.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. So I need to do that. Why didn't y'all tell me? Got a rock in my boot. I'm just so used to being an operator. You know, I could easily just put on a pair of gym shorts and some flip-flops and do all this. But I'm put on my steel toes, my blue jeans, and my long sleeve shirt. I'm just so used to doing it every morning. I ain't gotta wear no long sleeve shirt to work. I can wear a t-shirt all day. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can go home and take a nap. Sweating my ass off. Put the phone back on the charger. All right, now to the ATV shop. How much does the tank weigh? I don't know. I've got the dimensions and weight and all that stuff online. I just hadn't looked it up. I mean, it's over 100. I'd say 130, something like that. 130, 140. Yep, I can go to Walmart in my pajamas at noon. I should have turned my phone the other way so y'all could see a street view. I'd have to turn the orientation sideways, but it won't let you do that midstream. But we going down to Jackson, Mississippi. We going in the hood. Why they gotta make it so difficult, man? I just want to drop it off and give you some money. Why can't she do the paperwork right there? That doesn't make sense. I mean, she pulled it up right there on her computer. Why can't she just print it out and let me fill out the info? But I don't know. I guess they got a system in place for a reason. What's up, Ben? I need to go get a trailer so I can pick up Chris's side-by-sides. We're going to check on his Can-Am X3 XMR and his Ranger. I'm probably going to buy the X3 from him. I've been missing my side-by-side. He hates it. He hates the X3. He loves his Ranger. He's got a Ranger with a big lift, big portals. He likes how his Ranger, right? He likes to just cruise around his Ranger, and that Ranger goes through anything. The X3 is too low for him. He doesn't like that low sporty feel. He likes being up high. Plus, him, his wife, and 2 kids, they fit in the Ranger a lot better. See if I can change this view for y'all so y'all can see the road. Y'all hang on. There we go. Y'all want to see where I used to go mud riding in my Jeep? Y'all remember? I don't know if you remember on Instagram where I had my Jeep covered in mud, like head to toe covered in mud, like the muddiest I've ever seen anybody, really. Y'all want to see where that is? Let's see. It's right here, so I got to turn here. This is where bums hang out and do drugs too, so we might be able to see some druggies. I don't think it's muddy. We ain't gonna get the truck all dirty, but I'll show it to you. It's down here by the river. Man, homeless people down here, people that have stolen vehicles and shit. Like you'll see vehicles that are dumped down here. People dump their trash. Need to get this big girl stuck though. I don't know anybody locally that can get this thing. Look at this, man. This was wrong with people, man. Look at that. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. I mean, the dump is literally 5 minutes down the road. What's it cost to like go dump your shit at the dump? $5-10. People don't give a shit though. Alright, we ain't gonna get all muddy, we're just gonna creep on through. Matter of fact, I'll show you the hole that I got stuck in with the Jeep. If it's still here. All this gets flooded, you know, when the river rises. This is right next to the Pearl River. All this goes 20 foot underwater, you know, like twice a month. So there's gators and shit out here. A lot of people come down here to go fishing. Someone coming to pick up a box at 11. Christina, I can be there at 11. I just need to stop by Big Boy's Toys first, and then I can run back to the house. There's the river. Good old Pearl. Nastiest river ever. Okay, honey, let me know what happens at the doctor. That's the bridge we were just on. That's the one we just crossed up above. Yeah, I don't think they've had any rain for a while here, it doesn't look like, because usually this is pretty muddy, but I see street tire tracks, so somebody's been down here in a car or a regular truck, so I doubt we're going to run into any issues. A little bit of mud right here. Oh shit. All right, Christine, I see all your text messages coming through. I'll check them in just a minute. Crickets? I guess. Crickets, frogs, mosquitoes, gators, everything's down here. Christine had to come pull me out down here one time. I had old Tweety Bird down here stuck. That big yellow truck I had on those 46-inch military tires. She had to come down in here and, on her Jeep and pull me out. Okay, Christina, I'll handle it. Oh, this looks like a good deep rut here. I'm not getting stuck, Christina. It's pretty dry out here. Oh shit. Alright, I say we're not getting stuck, but we might have to hit this one with a little bit of speed. We're good. Alright, this one looks a little sketch here. Easy work, easy work. Alec, that's a good thing about being unemployed. You can stop and go mudding whenever you want. Oh shit. Getting a little tight back here. honestly have no idea where I am now. See, look how tall the manhole covers are. That's how deep it gets out here. They make those tall. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's a stolen vehicle. Or no, they're working. We gotta figure out a way out of here. Let's look, let's use the camera. I gotta turn this thing around. I don't trust going backwards through that mess. We almost there. You'll notice how my truck doesn't rub at all. Everybody thinks it rubs on 37s. I just had that thing in a full bind. All right, let's see if we can get on back now. Dylan, nah, buddy. I'll call him once I leave the four-wheeler place. See if we can go up this hill. I ain't been this way yet. I think that'll take me out of here. Yep, bros right back up by the entrance. So no crackheads this time. Make a mess on the road though. There we go. Alright, we're almost here to Big Boy's Toys. See about Chris's X3 and his Ranger. Are they closed? The fuck? Like they've got Chris's bikes. Did they move locations? Shit. This is where they've always been. man. That's not their place anymore. What the fuck? Like, they've got Chris's two $30,000 bikes here. What's going on? No, they're still here. I mean, they're not here though. We ain't get too dirty. A little bit of mud. What the hell's going on? Well, that's a wasted fucking morning. Let's see if we can see in there. Can't see anything in there. Huh. Like, who's closed on a fucking Thursday? Alright, guys. I gotta use my phone so I can figure out what's going on. I'll be back on live later when I get to the house. I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta go meet a customer there at 11 o'clock anyway, so I gotta see what's going on. Well, I'll let y'all later on.